Hey guys, it's the first video of a how-to video. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make objects in Google or Microsoft Excel. Big difference there. In Microsoft Excel they have a lot of neat different things that you can do on there. I mean, obviously you can do like statistical stuff, but you can also do cool stuff like this, which I actually learned last year, freshman year in high school. I was given a simple assignment was to make a simple object in Google or Microsoft Excel, but I decided to take it a little further, which this is me just messing around right now. But last year I took a little personal to do it my best and take it farther than I was supposed to, and I actually will show you later the actual object that I made. Really awesome. Basically, it's really not that hard. You basically take a simple object that they give to you, which I'll show you in a little bit, and turn it into really intricate type objects. That this is obviously some sort of sword that I found on Google Images. Decided to go ahead and tackle it, which this may be a little out of my range since I haven't used it very much since last year, but I decided just to show you, for example, what you can do. See, and every single one of those little ridges is going to take time, and if you're thinking this is going to take just a little bit, simple project you can do in like maybe 5-10 minutes to make something of quality, you're wrong. It's going to take a while. So I'm going to take you over. I'm going to show you a project that I made last year. This was a Glock, obviously Glock 42, that I decided to go ahead and make. And I'll show you. I will ungroup. These are every single little piece that I had to adjust, and all those dots needed adjustment. Lots of time, lots of pressure, a lot of redoing, undoing, and a lot of stress getting this done. But I decided to follow through with it, and it actually turned out pretty good. And now I'll show you another one that I made. This I actually made extra credit. Teacher didn't really add it as extra credit, but I decided to go and do it. So that's pretty cool. So I'm going to show you right now, which is one of the simple objects that I used. It's obviously the bullet that's being shot out of the gun. So I'm going to size it up a little bit to make it the right size. Actually, yeah, there we go. So I'm going to show you how to do the 3D imaging that is used on every single object in here, basically. So here you can go. There's lots of different things you can use. This is obviously the bevel. This will adjust the outside edges. You can do different ones to edit the 3D imaging that the effect that you're trying to get. So you just put it back to the one that was on. Put it back to the regular size. And then we're going to look at it as regular size, what it'll look like with the different types of bevels, which they call it. So yeah, that's basically what it would look like with the 3D. Actually, 3D imaging, you do a lot of cool stuff with it. Go and put this back. But with 3D imaging, you can give the effect that you wouldn't be able to get if it was in 2D. Which obviously, everyone knows what 2D is in 3D. But if you don't, 3D is basically things you can see that are basically like everything around you. Basically, everything is 3D. Only things that are in 2D are the things on computers and stuff which don't have any shape or size or depth to them. So I'm going to group those back together. So again, here is it completed, which it took a lot of time. I don't know, I forget, 2 or 3 days of working. But here we'll show you a simple object. Basically, if you wanted to get started, start really simple, just a basic rectangle. look at this rectangle, click edit points. Well, actually, before you can rotate it, this will, if you need it, certain direction, whatever you need. But you go to edit points, and each one of these points is basically, I don't really know how to describe it, but a point in which you can move and adjust the shape through the points. So once you edit points, you can add a point, which will give you even more accurate shapes. And so you can take it, move it around at another point. What you don't want to do is overlap, because it causes that weird thing which you don't really want if you're wanting to create an actual shape. So that's just basically just get rid of that. So I'm gonna attempt to make a heart, but I don't feel like I'm gonna do it that very well because I never tried a heart. And a lot of this is really hard to be able to make exactly what you want. Sometimes you're not going to get the exact thing you want. It's going to be really hard to adjust to get to what you want. So when I was making this gun on the left, it took a while to be able to get it just where I wanted it. So like that looks pretty good right there. I'm going to try to make it better. Like, it's going to be kind of hard. Yeah, that's not going to want to let me. It's not going to work. No. Man. So that's not going to work. Obviously, just gonna see. You can see how all the points work. The little white squares on the edge adjust like where the line goes and stuff. So let's get rid of that. It's ugly. It's not even a heart. That turned out terrible. Back to the good thing. It's a great example of what yours could look like. It doesn't exactly gonna be like that. You change this will change the color of basically everything that needs to, every shape that can be filled in. So you can change different colors. There's even more options that you can use. So if you wanted to go black, obviously that looks terrible compared to everything else. So let's just go back to where it was, which actually won't work because it'll fill in every shape, and some of the shapes, such as the glowing laser and the explosions, obviously wouldn't work. So we can hit redo, just get rid of that. So I'm going to show you how to make the glowing effect to this. So you have format shape, over here to glow, get rid of that. So you can change the color of the glow. They have some presets, which I personally don't like really. You can adjust the size of the glow and the transparency, basically how dark or light the glowing is going to be. So I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of that and put it back where it was. Yeah, so basically this was a lot of fun, a lot of work to do, a lot of time put into this. As you see, everything, it looks complicated. Once you get into it, it's going to get more and more complicated the more complex of a shape you have. As you see, dots, lines everywhere, circles, bunch of junk. But it's really, once you get it and start working on it, you can, there's always the redo button up at the top left. You can do, so basically you can go from a shape like this to basically that, which is, I mean, it's not gonna be like 5 minutes and you're gonna get this great thing, but yeah. So thank you for watching. I hope this helps you guys in the future. Again, like and obviously subscribe. Okay, forget that. Do like and subscribe, but honestly, I don't. Isn't it kind of defeats the purpose of making a YouTube video, like saying like and subscribe at the end? But you should do that. Peace out.